Hello folks, thanks for joining me. This is your host idjester. And yes, once again we are playing a 4X space strategy game. This time we're looking at Galactic Civilizations 2, of course the Ultimate Edition. This game has been out for quite a few years now. I would say probably good 3 or 4 years, so it's been established out there. Has mostly good reviews upon it, and so yeah, I think we'll take a look at it, see how well it plays out, and you can see over here on the right hand side we've got some options here. There's a campaign, metaverse, tournaments, ship design, high score, options, tutorials, credits, and quits. So we're going to look at a new game here. So you have different galaxies here. We have small, medium, large, huge, gigantic, immense, custom, random. So I think we'll just play on a small. We will choose victory conditions. There are a lot of different victory conditions. I do have allow surrender off, from what I understand. The computer sometimes has some wanky ways that they surrender, so turn that off and have all the victory conditions on. We have blind exploration off, mega events is on, super abilities on, disable tech trading off, tech scaling on, and disable tech brokering is off. What do we have here? Habitable planets. We'll have, so we have a small world. We'll go with common. That way, you don't have to expand out too far to find some other good habitable planets. Number of planets, we'll put that at, well, let's try, yeah, occasional sounds good. Number of stars common. Entire loose clusters, scattered, random, tight clusters. Oh, let's do loose clusters. That sounds good. Anomalies. Number of asteroids. Technology rate. We'll just go normal. Number of minor races. We'll go. Guess we'll go 2. That sounds good. Number of extreme planets. Occasional and likelihood of random events. We will go as occasional as well. So, we now get to choose our faction. There are quite a few different factions in the game. Nice variety. Each one has their own abilities, which are laid out here. Very nice. And I believe each of them have, yes, each of them have different ship designs, which is cool. You can also make a custom race if we wish to do that. Or we could just stay with the normal races here. Let's see. Race techs to get hyperdrive, fusion reactors, traditional research, industrial research, and the path. Their super ability is super spy. Oh, that sounds like fun. Let's try these guys. Sure. And we'll click on next. Alright. Okay, I was wondering why I couldn't do that. Now I can. Homeworld. Alright. Race name. The Krynn Consulate. That sounds good. Fine. So we have morale bonus, influence, diplomacy, espionage, logistics, super spy. Our technologies, we're mercantile, so we get extra trade and espionage. Of course, we do have some points remaining to add to fine-tune. So skilled diplomats. Which gives us an extra 10%. Espionage. Another 2%. So we're really going to go espionage. Heavy, 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 heavy. Luck. Planet quality. Let's planet growth. Repair, research. Let's go ultra research there. Alright. Political. It could be mercantile, which gives us trade and espionage. I think something with espionage obviously is where we want to go. Yep, mercantile looks like it. Appearance. Sure, that's fine. Text, personality. That all looks fine as well. And next. Choose which civilizations will inhabit the galaxy along with you. Let's see, we are doing a small world 4. Randomly picked is good. Difficulty. We will go with... Oh, I haven't played this game too much. It's been a while. I don't want to make it too easy, but I don't want to make it where we get crushed either. So I guess we'll try we'll try normal and see what happens. Alright. Planet's unique abilities. So here we go. The number 1 most powerful civilization in the galaxy is us. And that's only because we're the only ones we know. Okay, so research screen, pretty easy to figure out. These lists are available ones that you can research. They are kind of color coded, so and if you click on them, they will give you a bonus, or they'll tell you. So here, diplomats +5 and the universal translator, and you can see where it leads down the path there. The blue, we already have fusion reactors. We already have hyperdrives, so we could go right into propulsion techniques. Let's see, xenoengineering. Shows you how many weeks it's going to take. Anti-gravity, population growth. Influence +5. Interstellar warfare. Military production +10. Alright, let's go for the Xeno communications, which gives us diplomacy +5 and our universal translator. Of course, diplomacy will come right into our... Alright, here's our screen for our planet. So each planet has a certain number of spaces on it, based upon its maximum population. I'm sorry, not population, but size here. So this is a size class 10 planet. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One of them's already taken up by having a spaceport on there. Spaceports will allow you to build ships and send ships out from your planet. So you obviously have to have that on your homeworld, and then of course you have your civilization capital. I don't believe that takes up a spot. I think it's just standard. So the green tiles are actually tiles that you can put different structures in. The yellow tiles you need to get some kind of a bonus for. So in this case, we need to have soil enhancements to make this spot usable, and you can see we only have one spot that we can add on. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. I'm not sure exactly how that goes, but okay. In the bottom rural left-hand corner, you can see, when you click on a tile, if it has a special symbol there, that means there's something unusual about that tile. And in this case, We have artifacts from a long extinct race are especially well preserved in this quadrant, making a good location for a research faculties. So it's going to give us a 100% research bonus. So if we build a research lab in this spot, we're going to get a bonus. Up here on the top, you can see we have military expenditures, social expenditures, and research, and shows you how much you're earning for each one. So we have 6 research, 5 social, and 10 military. Food production is 6 MK per week. Influence 53. Approval is 100%. Our income is 22. We're spending 5, and our maintenance is 0. And of course, up here in the top right-hand corner is our build a ship if we want to build a ship. So we have, these are the available buildings that we have. We have a consulate, which is going to improve our influence. And influence in this game is basically when the Galactic Council, all the races go before the Council, each race has a certain amount of influence that they can use towards swaying the vote towards their favor. We have a spy immunity, which is, ooh, this is interesting. Build a counter espionage center on this planet to make it immune to foreign agents. That could be kind of cool. Alright, so the first thing I think we should do is crank up our research, which we will do by clicking on our research spot and clicking on research. We also have one other special tile. Let's look at this one first. This is an influence bonus, so anything we build here that influences our influence we'll get a 100% bonus on it. So of course you have your factory, which is going to make you give you extra industry for MPs. It's 3 BCs to run it, and it's going to take 10 weeks. Our research lab, it's only going to take 8 weeks. It's going to give us 6 TPs of research. But we're going to actually build this on this special location. So we click on the location, we double click on the research lab, and you can see it goes into our build queue. Now we can tell the next thing, okay, we're going to click on just one of the green spots, and we're going to get a factory after that. And you'll see it'll start filling up the spots. And you'll see they're grayed out. Means they're being processed. It also has a little hammer there. Alright, so we got our research started. We have our home world started. Now we can zoom in and out. You can see here's our tiny little world. It is 1, 2, 3, 4 by 4 quadrants. So not very big. If we zoom out also at this level, you can see several things. These open circles are planets that are uncolonizable. They're either just not the right kind of planet, or they're just not the right size, or whatever. So you can see here we have one here that's a level 0, level 0, level 0. So these are uncolonizable. This one here you can see is kind of has an inner ring, so that means it's colonizable. And if it had a special color, it might tell you something about the planet. You can see we have here some meteors, and we have some asteroid fields, which are going to be important. We start off, here's our planet here. We start off with several ships. First thing we start off with is a space miner, and we can just automate this, and what it'll do is fly over here, probably to this location here, and start putting mining bases on here, which will link back to our home system. So we'll just automate him. Yep, there, he's gone off to do that. And let's zoom in a little bit and check out our ships. Use the left mouse button to do that. Just drag it around. Alright, so there's our ship. It's auto, you see the order there to auto improve, and it's going to come over there and start mining these resources. Next thing we have is our flagship. Each race starts with the flagship, and what you're going to do with this is kind of scout around. It also can pick up debris. You can see we have debris here. We have some meteors here, another meteor here, another meteor here, which might give us extra money, BC credits, whatever they call it in this game. Basically money, or it might give you some research, or you might find nothing. So we're just going to click on our thing. So it's selected and left click. Oh, I'm sorry, right click. We have a little cutscene here. Isn't this cute? And what do we find? 100 BC. That's good. So we found an old ship. We sold the parts for 100 BC. Now we'll just right click over there. And the last thing we have here is a colony ship. So we can actually use the colony ship to move around and see if there's another system to colonize. But we know that this one over here is colonizable. It's only a little class 4 system. If you click on it, it'll give you information here. It is habitable by everyone. And we will go ahead and colonize that. Might as well get that off the bat. If you didn't want to do that, you could use your colony ship to go around and see if there's other systems. You can see the white dots here are different systems. They'll have a certain amount of planets around them. And so we got everything in the process of going. It's going to go over there. This is going to go over there. This is going to start its thing there. And you'll see their turn button is now green, which means all of our ships are moved. And we should be good to go on to the second turn, which we will do. So the AI has a chance to do their little moves, and now it's back to us. Now notice this ship didn't actually move yet, because what happens is all your ships that have orders to move will actually wait till you hit the turn button, then they'll do all their movement. But if you don't want to wait, we can go ahead and do that. Alright, so we have survey team has discovered an energy field that can make individuals nearly invisible for a brief period. This will help our future espionage efforts by 5%. Wow, now tell me that's not great for our race. That's a really good start. We also got this one here, which is going to give us help increase our influence ability by plus 1%. You see there's quite a bit of actually asteroids around. That's not usually. Alright, so we've started colonizing this planet. We can name it here. We'll name it Starbase Alpha 2. That's fine. And it's got a little cutscene here that says, hey, we just colonized a new planet. So, wow. Obviously, you can see not as good as the other planet, but, you know, it's better than nothing. First thing we'll do, we only have 3 green spots, so you can see soil enrichment on this planet would be very helpful for us. We only have a maximum population of 8 billion. Alright. So, over here we will put a factory, which will help us start building other things on here. And you can see it's going to take a very, very long time. We are getting 3 research. Now you can actually focus your planets on different things. That's what this little button here is, to focus your production. So if I click on this, you will notice I will focus my people on doing the social. But of course, everything else in the meantime takes a severe hit. So, you will see our research has gone from 3 down to 2, and our social has gone from 2 to 3. So in this case, it's pretty equal. We just lose 1 research and we gain 1 social. But sometimes you will click on this and you'll go from like 10 research to 2 research, and your social might only go up a couple points. And that reminds me, we need to actually look at something else here, which we'll do here in just a second. So we're going to focus this on getting this factory done. It's going to take 17 weeks as opposed to 25 weeks. But of course we're going to lose a little bit of research, which is okay. Now, this icons on the bottom, we have our ship and planet list. We also have a research screen, which you've already seen. we have our domestic stats. Now this is kind of a biggie here. Because what happens is you can choose your taxation rate. So you could try to increase it or lower your taxes, and basically you're going to earn a certain amount of money from your taxes, your tourism, and you're going to be expending things such as social, research, colony, and the difference between these is either going to give you a positive or a negative outcome. So right now we have approval rating of 100% and our net income is 110 BC. That's not really bad. So that's how the money situation works. But there's more to it. We can decide how we're going to spend our production. And you can see right now it's equal 33, 33, and basically 33 in between social, research, and military. But if you remember, we're really not building any ships right now. We're not building anything that needs to be built militarily. So there's no sense in spending any of our production in military. So we can basically take that down to 0, and you notice it'll automatically change the other ones. In fact, we could make this 50-50 if we wanted. So we could take this slider and make it 50-50 because we're not building any ships, so we don't need to spend any money in our military. Also, we could say, you know what, I don't really building anything, I need to hurry or anything, and I can crank this way up, and obviously that's going to adjust our allocation of our funds based upon our sliders here. So we could say, okay, we want 75% of our workforce, our tax revenue, and our money and our everything goes into research as opposed to our social. And of course you could do the exact opposite. You can do it 75% that way, or any way you want. So these are customizable. And right now what I think I'm going to do is, if we crank that up to 75%, and go back and look at Starbase Alpha. You remember that when we made our little switch over here, you will see our numbers have adjusted from what they were previously. So because I'm spending 75% of our production is going into social, you will notice that instead of having only 3 little hammers, we now got 6 hammers. So we are doing a lot better, and also you notice that our current project is down to 9 weeks here. We could also then focus on our social spending, focus our production on that. But you notice what happened. We didn't go up any. We still have 6 hammers, and our research went down 1 hammer, or 1 beaker. So instead of 2, it's 1. So there's no sense in us actually focusing in on this planet on getting any kind of extra research or any kind of extra industry going there. So 9 weeks, that's pretty reasonable. And of course we could do the exact opposite if we go into here and we say, you know what, let's try and get some of this research done right away, and we'll take this down to 75-25. We go back into our planet here, and you notice the exact opposite of what just happened. We're up to 8 little beakers here and only 2 production. Our production went back up to 25 weeks, which it was when we first started this many moons ago. But the difference was we actually got rid of our military spending, so that has been kind of forced over into our research and social here. And of course we could then click on this to focus, and of course it didn't really do anything for us because we still have 8 beakers and we both basically lost 1 hammer. So again, there's no sense in doing that. So our research I think is going to be okay right off the bat. Oops. So what I'm going to do is actually let's do 60-40. That sounds so good. Let's do 60-40. And finally, we should have done this actually on the first turn. but unfortunately we didn't. So now we're going to just go down, or finish going down there. I do like this design of the ship. It's pretty cool looking. And let me tell you folks, when we actually get into designing ships, in fact I'm going to show you this because this is really kind of impressive actually. If we want to build a new ship, we click on it. Basically, here's your different kind of cargo holds, you know, your tiny, mediums, and blah blah blah. Then here's all your extras, and you can see, man, there is just all kinds of different things you can do with this. If we wanted to put a little, I don't even know what the heck that thing is called, but some of these are cosmetic items, but some are actually like engines. Obviously, if I wanted to put engines on here, I have to. What's the key to rotate my? Not sure what the key is, but you can rotate up, you can rotate down, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, and you can spend a lot of time, as you can see. If I wanted to put like an extra engine on this ship, so now I put an extra engine, but of course, you know, I've only got so much space that I can use, and of course, there's just lots of. You have unsaved. Do you want to continue? Yes, we don't want to save that. So, so we have a colony ship, a constructor, which are going to help you build your bases, which we'll talk about when we see a location to do a base. So we might want to get that out. Another scout and a miner. So, right now we got a couple turns without any military going on, which means we're building no scouts, which would help us expand out, see what different locations look like, and if there's any other good worlds out there, and find debris. Although scouts can't pick up debris, they can find them on the mini-map. We're not building a colonizer, so if we do come across a good planet, then we got to start building a colonizer. And lastly, we're not building any constructors, which, you know, we're not going to be able to make any bases. So right now, basically we've got one ship that we're relying on. And I think it's okay to do that for the first couple turns. Why are you not... Oh, it is auto-improving, I believe. He doesn't maybe have to be in this location. Maybe you can do it from there, I'm assuming. Normally they're like right there on top of the location. Huh. Maybe he just... Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. He didn't finish his move from last time. Okay, I was going to say, that's a little weird that he wouldn't be doing... There we go. That's what I normally see. This little guy is like beaming down a little thing to build on the spaceship. So, yeah, so again, it's kind of a debate, and this is what I love about these 4X well-designed strategy games, is they make you think, okay, do I want to put my money and time and effort into research, or do I want to do it into industry? Do I want to do it into building units? If I build the units, then I won't be able to get my new upgraded research done in time, or, you know, I won't be able to build improvements on my planet. So it's a constant struggle. What do I do? What should I do? And that's what makes these games fun and interesting when they're well designed like this. So again, we got the green turn button. So alright, so we got our research done in Xeno Communications. Thank you very much. And of course that will allow us to do Universal Translator, which we will do. You see our research is way down on these things because we're cranking it out. The Universal Translator is so the communicator basically allows us to speak, communicate, trade, and negotiate with aliens. We need to start thinking about how they communicate. So this basically lets you talk with the other races. This one here enables you to communicate with alien races, taking us down the path of diplomacy and government. So we're going to get a diplomacy bonus. We're also going to get a foreign relations center and embassies, and of course the future texts that come off of this. So this is another good one for us, especially because of what we chose for our race. we're kind of focusing in. This is going to be a really weird playthrough because I'm not used to doing things like this. We're going to not go militarily. We're going to try and do espionage and trade with people, which is a little contradictory because usually people find out you're spying on them and stealing stuff. They get pissed off and then they don't like you anymore. But we're going to try it out and we're going to see how it goes. Alright, so let's end our turn and move on. So we found some documents, and they're going to give us increase our diplomatic ability by 1%. Huh. That's not horrible for our race again. There are no signs of foul play, and the cargo hold is full of expensive goods worth 500 BCs. Alright. So that's good. Let's start heading that away. Oh, we got another one even. Stumbled upon a temporary wormhole, sending the ship and its crew to a random sector of the galaxy. Who knows what spoils await them there. So basically, we hit there and teleported over here. Now, this is what I was talking about. Wow. This is interesting. So if we click on this system here, you see it has 0 planets, no habitable planets, no colonized planets. It has 2 asteroid fields and nobody owns it. So nobody's going to probably own this sector, but you notice that we've come across 2 new things. An ascension crystal and also an economic resource. So if you were to build a base on this economic resource, you are actually going to get an additional 5% economy boost to your economy. And then you can upgrade your star base with additional constructors for more benefits. So these are very valuable spots to build your different bases on. The ascension crystals are slightly different. You basically do the same thing. You're going to build a base on it, but basically every turn for each ascension crystal you own, you get 1 point. And one of the victory conditions is the first one to become ascendant or be an ascendant race. And the way you become an ascendant race is to have 1,000 points in ascension, and you get earn these points by owning the crystals. From what I understand, I haven't actually tried that, but from what I understand, when you start building bases on ascension crystals, everybody in the galaxy knows what you're up to, so they can tend to want to try to destroy you and take you out. Because it's like, oh, okay, this guy's gonna win eventually if we don't do anything about it, so let's just try to take him out. So if you can get some ascension crystals close to you and you can guard them, if you have, say, 3 of them, you know, that's basically 333 turns into the game you'll win. So, and we're already on turn 3, so you know that's really not that long a time. Right, so this guy actually didn't get to move yet, right? Oh, that was his move, was going through the wormhole. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go back to Alpha here, and I'm actually going to build a ship. And we're just going to go for just a regular scout ship. And we're going to say, purchase said ship. Correct? Let's see what happens. Alright, universal translators have been perfected. Now, here's red is military, green is yellow is like diplomatic. Also here, this Jaden of Krynn gives us influence, so it's influence, stuff like that. Your green is like your planetary life supports, being able to colonize different kinds of worlds, xenobiology, etc., etc. And orange, not exactly sure what orange is. Is that propulsion? Oh, that's social production. Okay, so yeah, we'll grab that next. That sounds good. Now, we don't have a ship, so I told that Starbase to build a ship, and I did that on purpose because I wanted to show you, because we wanted to build this ship. Done. Oops. Uh-huh. You can't actually... Okay, I was thinking, where is the button? But basically my point is, because we have our military set to 0, there's no way we can ever build a ship. That was kind of my whole point of that. You can put a ship in the queue and it'll never build. So what we need to do is we need to crank this up, and of course when we do that, everything else goes down. But what I want to do is I want to get out at least another scout and a colony ship. So now I want to click on, see, now we got our scout. It's going to be 7 weeks, and we'll hit the end turn. The exploration team has stumbled across an ancient formula used by a lost race to improve the quality of their people. Using this formula, our scientists have devised a serum to strengthen our soldiers by 1%. Oh, okay, we got another... Oh, and it looks like we're inside somebody's territory. You see this pink little outline there? It means somebody owns this sector, basically. Here's a military a military resource crystal. And we have a planet here, which is 0 planet, so it's not habitable. But we are going to try to grab as many of these. Will help future espionage by 5%. Wow, that is huge. Alright, so we've now come across our next system here. It has 1 planet, none are habitable, none are colonized, yada yada yada. Okay, so nothing great. And I guess we'll head back that way to pick up that one. Alright, end our turn. So we got 5 turns left on this scout. What we might do... How much monies do we got? Oh, you know what? The other thing was I was going to show you and completely forgot. Diplomatic stats. So we haven't looked at trade yet. We don't have any trade routes set up because we haven't really run into anybody. But espionage. Now... we are going to start putting some extra money into espionage where we can get some of our agents because we are awesome. Of course, this is 31 BC is going to be taken out of our treasury now. You will notice our espionage is now listed here and our total amount is down. So we have no leases, and maintenance is the other tab. Okay, so 11% is spent on espionage. And we will... Oops. There we go. We will... Whoops. It's not the window. Sorry, folks. It says we have 1 available agent, but we don't know anywhere to send him right now. So that's why I usually wait a few weeks into the game before I build one, because you don't normally run across somebody like... Oop, right off the bat. So you wait a couple weeks, then start building your spies, and then maybe if you're into doing that thing. And of course you don't have to, but we only have, I think, what, 4 other civilizations and 2 miners. So hopefully, if we can secure this corner over, oh, here's another wormhole right there. If we can secure this corner over here, that would be kind of cool. All right, so turn it up for us here. So, a major breakthrough on the planet Thilla. The Thillan Empire has built an economic direction unit, a truly unique accomplishment. One might even go so far as to call it a galactic wonder. No further economic direction units may be built. So the Thalans have built basically this wonder, the economic direction unit. That's going to be bad, because I bet you that is going to give them a major increase. Krylox of Croc. The Dominion of Crocs. We pretty much like to exterminate everyone. It causes us some uncomfortable times when on diplomatic missions. You know, hello, how you doing? Oh, sorry about your mate and offspring and your pets. And from there it just gets awkward and silence as you try to find the Xander ambassador, which of course you can't because the humans wiped them out. I'm just saying, it's not easy being bloodthirsty. We have our own set of issues to deal with. And that's actually quite humorous. Very nice. Alright, so let's speak with Krylux of Crocs. They are too busy. Okay, I didn't figure. I just wanted to see. So, oh, look at this. We're going to have a battle over who gets there first. Fortunately for us, we will make it. Future espionage efforts by 5%. So this is them. That's why we got to talk with them. And I think they were purple-ish on the screen. So it looks like we have a race here and a race here. So I think what I'll do is, I don't know what I'm going to do. 0, 0, 0. Alright, we'll come back this way. We'll try and grab all the minerals and mining things out around our... Well, yeah, I guess. Oh, there's actually 2 right here I didn't see. We should have probably gone up that way. Hopefully he didn't see them. Let's see. Did we get our starship yet? 4 more weeks. Wait a minute. Build ship. We can buy it now. And if you click on purchase the ship, you will get a wonderful little menu. And you can either pay all of it up front. You can pay a little bit and then some extra for 9 more weeks. Or there's several different options. So 8 times 9 is 72. 72 and 156 is a lot more. So you're going to be paying a lot more if you take out these loans, basically. So 234 BC, I think we can afford that. We will purchase it. We will then build a ship. We're going to build a colony ship. And it's going to take us 14 weeks, but we'll be buying that early too. So geoengineering has been perfected. Social production plus 10, mining center, and interstellar constructions. Artificial, this gives us population growth. Basic logistics and planetary improvements, that gives us influence. Interstellar missions, superior espionage. I think we'll build that. It's only going to take us 4 weeks. Scout 20 has been completed. Okay, we'll go to this. Oh, no, we won't. We want to done. Okay, so over here is a little menu of things that happen on the turn. You can click on them. So our scout has been done. We click on our planet. Over here you can see the ships in orbit. And we're going to launch the ship. Now, one of the important things you can do before you actually launch the ship is you can hit the L key. And the L key basically brings up this launch menu, and this is where your ships, which direction they will launch. Which can actually save you some time, because if I want to travel out this way, I don't want my ships spawning over on this side. I want them spawning over on this side. So you press the L key first, and then you tell it where you want your ship to launch. So now when I tell it launch ship, guess I almost bet you're going to know where it's going to launch. Where do you think? Oh, look at that. So it could save you just that little extra bit, you know, because if it comes over here, then I got to fly all the way around the planet. So here is our... Oh, it's right. It can't get debris in space. But what we're using this for anyways is basically as a scout to see what else. Oh, we got an ascension crystal right next to us. Okay, and where is our big boy ship? Here it is. That other ship left, but it looks like it picked up that anomaly. Yep, it did. So it saw the other anomaly, and this thing now is ready to... automate and go over there and do its thing again. Alright. And we got the green button. We can hit the 10 or end turn. Alright. So the sensing crystal. Alright, so there's only one system in this whole quadrant. This, if we zoom out a little bit, there's only one system in this quadrant right here. There's 3 over here, which I really want to find out about, and there's 3 over here I really want to find out about. So probably let's head that way. Alright, and oh, he didn't go get this meteorite, so we will steal that. Our ship's plating is going to give us strange but useful plasma that we can polarize our ship, giving it plus 1% to our plating. Okay. So, oh, this looks like a habitable planet there. It's a class 5. It's inhabitable by everyone. That's a class 0. Yeah, we gotta start going back this way. Looks like we have a race here, and we have pink is probably in here. And right now we got a really big border, but that's only because we haven't explored everything. There might be somebody over here. There might not be, but we'll see. So let's end our turn. Alright, so an agent's now available. That's good. And our research lab has been completed. That's really good. Okay, so now we have an agent. And so here's how they... Oh, we actually have 2 agents now. Let's crank down our spending a little bit. It's going to take some time. So we haven't actually found... before we do that, we haven't actually come across this guy's worlds or planets or anything. What you can do in the espionage screen is if you know of someone, you can place them. Like you can say, okay, I want them to go to this world. But since we haven't, we know about these guys, we can actually just place them here and place them here. So we got 2 of them that are just in his empire somewhere, moseying around, just checking things out, and we'll see what happens. That's good. Okay. You go get that. You find us a good world to call. Oh, go that way. Nope, this you can't pick them up, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so if we were to 19 weeks, holy crap. Wait a minute, I gotta hit the Starbase Alpha. Here we go. Build the ship. Probably don't have enough money to purchase it yet, I don't think. Oh yes, we do. It will take us 1236, which I'm fine with that for now. And we have to go to the next turn before we'll actually... Oh, look at this guy. It's just coming into our area. I'm sure we'll get along great. Great things from Hetheus from the Thalen Empire. On the other hand, if we don't, there's always a long drawn-out genocidal war. We're good either way. Do you want to talk to us? No? Okay. Oh, yes, he will talk with us. Alright, so how about... anything you want to trade us? Universal Translator. Xeno Engineering, how'd that get down there? Universal Translator for, say, Xenomedicine and Biology. Traditional Research. Xeno Industrial. So they'll do a 4 for 2? No, okay. They probably don't know us very well, so clear, be done. Okay. Colony ship. So now our colony ship's done, but you notice because I had colony ships in the queue, it's just going to keep building them over and over and over again unless you go in the build queue and tell it to stop. So we will... Nothing. Okay, so it won't build another one. But we're wasting our economy again because we've got our military rate cranked up. So there's no sense in spending money on military because we're not going to be building any military ships. We got our colony ship, we got a scout, and we got our flagship, which is okay for now. But these guys are slower than molasses. Okay, we have a Iconian refugee flagship. Oh, we wanted that. The graveyard. These are usually got better things than the little meteorites, but I bet you he's going to beat us to it. That's too bad. Alright, well, let's see if we can... Oh, our survey team discovered and abandoned ships, but we sell those parts for 250 BC. Okay. Oh, okay. This one, let's see the system here. Huh. So it is, it does have two habitable planets. It's not these two. It's this one and presumably another one back there, maybe? Oh. Weaponry is going to give us 1% bonus. Alright. Oh. Looks like we found another dude already. And you see this little symbol. That means it's his homeworld. So he's not going to be wanting us. This is a minor race? I would think this is a minor race. Because he doesn't have any ships. He doesn't have another homeworld yet. Okay, so... Ugh. The Thalian Empire has built the temporal entertainment. Oh my gosh. I believe this is the second time for these yahoos. Thala. I gotta remember that. We gotta bomb the hell out of Thala. We do have the Jihad of Krynn perfected, which is good. We need to look at that. We need to look at our... Alright, superior espionage. Oh, greetings. Superior Esso the Wise from the Iconian refugees. Great friendships. Yeah. Hope we can live together in harmony. If not, we'll crush you like a bug. Really? Why does everybody want to be pain in the asses? The Krynn consulate, we're 4th most powerful. That's not good. What's your attitude towards us? Let's just be done. Let's go into our actual... where is it? Diplomacy. No, that's not it. Oh, good thing I came back in there, though. We had 3%. That's 3 extra percent we could be putting on something else. Okay, so relations. Here's our relations. The Dominion of Crocs, the Thalian Empire, and the Iconian Refuge. Stats, you can look at some stats, some different reports, treaties, United Planets, and minor races. Yeah, these guys were a minor race. That's what I had thought. They were probably a minor race. Okay, so... this is, I guess, their attitude. So none of them hate us. Their military is strongest. Their economy is weakest, average, average, and the relations are neutral, neutral, neutral. So they all have a stronger military than us, which is probably to be known because we didn't build anything for the first couple turns. Where is our ship? Our mothership. Oh, there it is. Flagship, I guess. 100 BC. Okay, I'll just keep finding these things as we go. He didn't get the graveyard, so we... Oh, I can't get the graveyard from this guy anyways, because he's just a piddly old scout. That's right. With the crappy propulsion system, obviously, because he's barely moving. Colony ship. We should be launching this. Now, before we launch it, we hit L. So the question is... Is there anything, anywhere that tickles our fancy? Really? Haven't come across anything worth a crap, huh? Sometimes the best way to find out is just to zoom out. You can... Whoa. We got a wormhole, and we have a wormhole, and we have another asteroid. Because you can ignore the little circles. There's an ascension crystal. There's an ascension crystal. There is... meteors. Meteors. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on here, L, and I'm going to go this way. And now I'm going to launch our colony ship. And we're going to take a whole bunch of population with this. And I'm going to take a chance that one of these three systems over here is worth a crap. And we're going to send our ship over there and try. There's 3 in this quadrant. There's only 1 in this quadrant. There's 3 in this quadrant. There's 2 in this quadrant. And there's 2 in this quadrant. But we know the 2 in this quadrant aren't worth... Yeah, the only... He's already colonized that one. But there is this one. We can't find out any information about it. I don't believe. That is... Lanzen 3. Star based. That's 4. Oh no, there we go. Lanzen 3. Yeah, it's the only one that we know of that's even colonizable at this point. It's way over here. So, Alright, well, we got to get in here. We still have 6 weeks left on this factory. Really? Wow. That's a long time. Alright, let's be done. Let's look at this. We've got our research guy gone. We have our industry. We might need to now build our influence, and that little doohickey there. What's the consulate helps manage the trade and diplomacy. Oh wait, that's not what I thought it was. Wait a minute. Is that what I thought it was? Consulate? I thought it was giving us an influence bonus. Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. We can, where is it? Decommission. Double click. Decommission. No? Build cube. Maybe I can just, okay, there, I can get rid of it that way. Let's look at this again. Improves influence and directs trade. Yeah, that's not... Okay, this is what I wanted. I want the increased planetary influence because this is our influence bonus one. So yeah, I'm glad I double checked that, because you don't want to. You obviously don't want to use up your specials on things that aren't in the right location. So what we could do is finish this factory, go for another factory, but I think, you know, obviously having that extra factory would be nice, but what we're going to do is we're going to do this, and we're going to gain some influence right off the bat. Bam! We're going to try. I always wait way too long in the game, and then we go in front of the council, and it's like I have like 30,000 points, and everybody else has like 80,000 points, and it's like, okay, well, guess I'm not going to win this vote. Can you do anything? Okay, nope, turn. Dominion of Kruk's espionage level reached low. Using the funds dedicated to gathering information on the Dominion of Kruk, we were able to both intercept messages on private channels and bribe low-ranking government officials. Even though our knowledge of their government infrastructure is sparse, it's better than no information at all. Alright, let's go back in quickly to our espionage here. And we're actually going to remove a guy out of there. We do have one agent, so I wish I knew where they were, but we're going to place one there in this empire and see if we can find out what's going on there. And in 10 weeks, we'll have another spy. Alright, military should still be at 0 because we're not doing anything with that. And I'm actually going to kind of balance that out a little bit and hit the end turn. Stumbled across the wreckage of an ancient trade ship. Increase our trade ability by plus 1%. Okay, and we'll keep moving. Yes. Oh. Let's see what we got here in this system. We have one habitable planet, which is that one right there. It's a class 6 system. What do we have here? We have 0 habitable, so that one's out. We start making our way this way. This is our second one in the system, which has nothing. So we have one more back here in the corner. But I think what we'll do is we will just send our ship right there and not risk going back here in the corner. Well, we could send our little scout that way. Oh, yep, send our scout that way. Alright, so I think we're done with this turn, and greetings. The galaxy's a big place, but I'm not sure it's big enough for both of us. Wow. Everybody wants to be all pig-headed. Or toad-headed. He is... not sure. Oh, there it is. Okay. More plating for our ships. We got another ascension crystal. That actually might work into our favor exceptionally well. Oh, this is where that prick is at. And I think he is another minor race, maybe. I don't. Does this other one have a helmet on, or it does have a helmet on it? So this might be. I don't know. Don't know. Doesn't matter because we're going to take this system from him anyways, even if he doesn't like it. So possibly, because we, like I said, we still have one more planet back here. Ooh, actually, that's a class 9. Wait a minute. Whoa. Class 9. Huh. That's only class 6. I think we will go this way. Oh, we shall see. Might as well go all the way back in the corner, pick that up, and miss our turn here. Alright, so we are now building nothing. So we'll Stellar Base Alpha 2. We can click on this. It'll take us there. Alright, so we got a factory done. So it should increase our production there. So we only have 2 more spots until we get the soil enhancement, which we might actually start getting because counter espionage center. Let's go for another factory. Alright, so you're headed back there. Yep, okay. 100 BC. So this system, 1 habitable planet, 1 colonized planet. So since he's a minor race, we could... ooh, look at that. We got a graveyard. That's what we want. We want to see that. And we also want to go into research. Whoa, that's not research. That is research. Superior espionage. Still 3 weeks, which is going to give us super spies. Ha ha ha. Like I said, this is going to be pretty... Wow. So this is 1 habitable planet, 1 colonized planet. So one of these is... Oh, it must be over here. I haven't seen it yet. So this little quadrant down in this location in the world might be okay. The reason this one might be okay because it has all these asteroid fields we can mine like we're doing for our home system. Oh, okay, autopilot first before you do anything crazy. Alright, so here we are. 2 habitable planets. We have a 4 and 9. And nobody's colonized either one, so yes, we will go for the 9. Alright. Can you get to the ship graveyard? Nope. Alright. So before we end this turn, folks, it's been, wow, these turns go by, you get going, and then before you know it, 1 hour and 7 minutes have gone by. So this has been Civilization. Galactic Civilization 2. Galactic Civilization 3 is actually up for pre-orders, folks. I've already got mine pre-ordered. Do you have yours pre-ordered? Do ya? Do ya? Do ya? It's going to come out sometime this year. And depending on your level of pre-buy, if you can get in either the alpha or the beta access. But definitely check it out. Galactic Civilizations 2, soon to come out. Galactic Civilizations 3. See, I'm all blah 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 blah. So I need to get something to drink before I lose it. So we'll see you next time here for some more Galactic Civilizations 2, and can't wait to try Galactic Civilizations 3. So hopefully this is interesting and you find it worth checking out. We'll see you soon.